Well, I'm really, really excited to kick off our call tonight. My name is Ann Turnbull. I'm a Crown Diamond with Max International, and I'm dialing in today from Kenya. I've just spent a month in Tanzania. I just arrived into Nairobi, and there's a lot of exciting things happening all over the world for Max International. We're opening new countries. We've just opened in Cameroon. We've just opened in Kenya. We're going to be opening in Mexico. We're doing great things in Nigeria, in Ghana, all parts of the world. And we've just opened our associate's office in Tanzania. So it's really, really been so exciting to be part of the expansion, the excitement, the testimonies, and all of the personal growth and development that Max International offers us. And I'm going to kick it off tonight by inviting a special guest, a special friend of mine, to start the call. He is really one of the most incredible men that I have ever met. He is a medical doctor with 35 years experience. He is a fellow of, oh, now you see, I always have to get my notes because he has so many credentials, you just cannot even imagine it. He is a fellow of the American College of Endocrinology and 4 other medical fellowships. So I know we have some doctors on the call. You'll know what that means. It means a big deal. He is a professor of anatomy, and he's published over 120 scientific papers. So you know that's a really, really big deal. Now, in addition to all of his medical credentials, which are extreme and many, he's also the executive director of the University of Lagos Business School. So please help me welcome a great friend, a great teacher, a great mentor, Professor Abraham Osinubi, to kick off our call. Welcome, Prof. It's great to have you with us.
Yeah, great to be here. Thank you, Han. Okay, can I be heard? Can I be seen? Okay, good. Thank you, Han, for that wonderful introduction. We are Max International, and as such, Ann and I are doing this presentation in conjunction with the glutathione company established way back in 2007. So our organization is 15 years old this year. And we are a crop of professionals from various backgrounds. And because of the business model our patented products offer, we are social in nature. And through this, we are building teams, networks involving multi-million-dollar industries. And we also offer incentives and a lot of fun adventures. Personal development and growth is of utmost importance in all that we are doing in this organization. And it is amazing that everyone has a part to play. And our mission that is inherent in all that we do is to empower people to build a legacy of significant changes in their personal lives and in the lives of others. So we are in the world to actually impact positively on not only our generation, but future generations. As many as we have on this call, of course, we have different desires in life. Some of us may want to dream of building mansions. Some of us may want to go on trips, on vacations. Some of us, we want to spend quality time with our families. Some of us may actually want to achieve some educational feats, wanting to acquire more qualification, advancement in their career, advancement in their academic career. Some may want to start a new business. Yes, you are welcome. Some, their goal is actually to keep fit and be healthy overall. And some, peradventure, may want to have investment in various areas. But let me tell you one thing. Without me asking you, I know for sure each and every one of us has different motives and different goals here. But guess what? All these goals can be met by a system that we have in place. And that's what is going to take the whole of our presentation in the next 40 minutes or thereabout. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, why am I starting with health? The commencement, as I always say, of every wealth creation in this world is actually health. Because if you have the whole money in the world and you don't have health, you don't have good health for that matter, not just health. If you don't have good health, you have nothing, absolutely nothing. And unfortunately, the world is bedeviled with so many catastrophic ailments, so many pollutants, so many irritants in this world that, let me give you some of the data. In every year, we lose over 60 million people. A lot of these ailments are actually due to non-communicable disease. They are coming up now. It's no longer much of an infectious disease, unfortunately. For example, heart disease alone will claim 17 million people. Yes, over 17 million people will die of stroke, hypertension, and complications of myocardial infarction. Over 10 million people will die annually from cancers. Over 1.5 million people will die annually from diabetes. Unfortunately, diabetes is a very big problem for us, for example, in Africa. So you can see that, and about 6.5 million people over that will die of respiratory disorders. So the world is in trouble. The world has so much need in terms of health, and that is what I'm going to present. But what determines your overall health? The body, for example, consists of tiny, tiny things. Many of them we can't see with the naked eyes, and these are called cells. Okay, they make up the body. But the important thing here is that the overall health of everybody is actually a reflection of the health of the individual cells that make up the body. It therefore stands to reason. All you need to do to make your whole body work perfectly, work efficiently, is to ensure that those individual components that we call cells actually work effectively. One molecule that we have found out scientifically that determines the overall health of individual cells is known as glutathione. Yes, glue, the tie, horn, glutathione, okay? It is the most critical molecule that is needed for good health. Without glutathione, your cells cannot function effectively. Neither can they function efficiently. Neither can they procreate. Neither can they replace themselves. Neither can they replenish or replace worn out or dead cells. So it is critical that you have not just glutathione in your system, but to have adequate amount of glutathione. I now regard this molecule, it's actually a low molecular weight compound. I now regard it as the most critical molecule needed, essential for perfect health. So if your body must work perfectly, you must have adequate amount of glutathione in every cell in your body. There are three major functions of glutathione before I go into the rest. Number one is that glutathione, it is the most powerful, yes, most potent, most abundant intracellular glutathione in your body. What that means is that as we go about our daily activities, we produce some molecules that can destroy our cells, largely free radicals, as we call them. What glutathione does is to help us scavenge, is to help us mop up these free radicals. Another important function of glutathione is that it modulates the immune system. It allows our immune system to function perfectly, invading organisms like bacteria, okay, like viruses, and other microbes that want to destroy and attack our cells. Glutathione modulate the immune systems, help these immune cells to work perfectly so that we don't succumb to these invading agents. Another important function of glutathione is that it helps us to remove toxins, heavy metals, especially aluminum, lead, cadmium, mercury. What it does is actually to combine or bind to these heavy metals so that we can extract them out of the body either through the kidney or through the liver. It is just amazing. Having adequate amount of glutathione in every cell of your body is so critical to your daily function, is so critical to your existence. In fact, without good amount of glutathione, you cannot exist. We've only been talking about food, water, oxygen, critical, essential for living. But guess what? Glutathione has now been added. Without it, you cannot live. Without glutathione, you cannot survive this world. It is so. What are the other benefits of having good amount of glutathione in your system? Good. Oh my God. Aging. If you want to age gracefully, you need to have good levels of glutathione, because glutathione has been documented, okay, from research studies to actually slow down the processes of aging. As a matter of fact, it has also been found in some conditions to actually reverse aging. Yes, I mean, yeah, that is not a mistake. Glutathione has been found in some occasions to actually reverse the tendency of aging. Guess what again? Glutathione is essential for energy production. The production of energy, the amount of energy in your body, is a reflection of the amount of glutathione you have in your body. Without good amount of glutathione, you cannot produce enough energy in your body. Energy that you need for daily performance, either in the boardroom, in the office, in the bedroom, or in athletics. You need glutathione. So glutathione is also important for sleep. So if you know somebody who has been deprived of sleep, if you know somebody who is suffering from lack of sleep or shortage of sleep, quality sleep, that person may be lacking adequate amount of glutathione. Glutathione also helps the brain to function well. Okay, it gives clarity of vision, clarity of purpose, mental alertness. Okay, all these are a reflection of good levels of glutathione. So it is just important that you must have adequate amount of glutathione to actually survive what I call this hostile world that is grossly polluted in terms of our water, in terms of our soil, in terms of our food, in terms of the soil, of the food. Everywhere is polluted in the world. Glutathione helps us to actually combat the effects of all these offending agents. All these have been talking about importance of glutathione and benefits of glutathione, but unfortunately, there is a bad news, ladies and gentlemen. And what is that? The bad news is that as we age, glutathione goes down. But by the time you are 20, it begins to go down. By the time you are 50, your glutathione has already commenced a dangerously low levels of decline, a dangerously low level of going down. And by the time you are 60, by the time you are 70, you would have lost over half of your glutathione in all the cells of your body. Unfortunately, as your glutathione is going down, something dangerous is climbing up in your cells. And what are these? These are free radicals, having free time to do what they are not supposed to do in your body. And once we have more of free radicals having their way, having free time, all on their own, we have a situation in which we call oxidative stress. Unfortunately, accompanying this oxidative stress is a situation, an imbalanced situation in which you have more of free radicals, okay, more of these offending agents, okay, than the most powerful antioxidant God has created in you, that is glutathione in your body. And when accompanying this are a lot of chronic diseases. As a matter of fact, over 74 chronic ailments have been associated with low levels of glutathione. But first, why is it that the older you are, the lower your glutathione level? Poor diet. Of course, the older you are, the more you are exposed to pollutants in the air, in water, in food. And the older you are, of course, the more you are likely to be exposed to radiation from phones, from masts, from computers, from engines, effusion, fumes, from industry, from vehicles, okay? All these are pollutants in our system, in our space. Stress, almost everybody is exposed to stress. And of course, poor diet, okay? Lack of sleep. All these are situations that are inimical to good levels of glutathione. So as we age, the processes that actually are involved in making glutathione becomes a little bit slowed down on account of aging and on account of depletion of the glutathione in the cells of the human body. I have been practicing medicine for the last 35 years of my life. I don't know of any chronic ailment that has not been associated with low levels of glutathione. And the basis is this: almost every chronic disease is as a result of chronic inflammation. What is inflammation? Inflammation is just the normal body response to offending agents or offending organisms or offending situation. Unfortunately, the inflammation is just supposed to be for a short period and stop. That is normal. But very often, this inflammatory reaction keeps on going for months, for years. And this is the genesis. This is the fundamental basis of almost every chronic disease in the world, including diabetes, hypertension, stroke, heart attack, kidney failure, liver failure, hepatitis, Alzheimer, Parkinson's disease, and other dementia syndrome that you have, even autism, autistic disorders. All these are as a result of low levels of glutathione. The association has been documented by several authors in literature. This is no longer taken lightly. That is what I mean. So how do we get rid of this? How do we stop this? Studies have gone in time past to see how do we therefore raise glutathione level, especially as we hold. Since we now know that by the time you are 20, your glutathione level begins to go down and to a really dangerous level by the time you are 50, 60. So it is therefore important that we devise a way of raising the glutathione level in every cell of our body. What have people done in the past? People have tried tablets. Of course, tablets may not work because glutathione is very fragile. It is either destroyed in the mouth by the enzymes, or in the stomach by the enzymes and acid there, or in the intestines by the enzymes. So if you take it orally, like pills, okay, like tablets, glutathione molecule will not be available in sufficient quantity to meet the general demand of the cells and of your body by extrapolation. People have also tried to take injectables, but guess what? Because the half-life of glutathione is less than 11 minutes, It means that if you are using injectables of glutathione, you will need to be repeating it almost on a daily basis to maintain stability within the cells. Another thing that is going against prescription or usage of injectables of glutathione is that it is very, very expensive. The third reason, major reason, why we will not use or prescribe the injectables of glutathione is this. Ladies and gentlemen, since it's injectable, it means that it is synthetic. Okay? And as a matter of fact, some countries have already banned the use of injectables of glutathione. Okay? Because we don't know of the adverse effect. Because when you use the injectable, you are bypassing the negative feedback mechanism that will control it. So for these reasons, it is not practicable to use the injectables of glutathione in common usage. So the solution eventually came after 25 years of research. And what is this solution? It's known as ribosine. To show that you are following me now at this level, type ribosine in the chat box. Ribosine. It is the patented solution to glutathione decline in the human body. After 25 years of research, the first paper on this ribosine came out in year 1987. And who led this research is Professor Albert Nagasawa in Minnesota University, USA. Prof is still alive. Okay, bouncing very well. And as a matter of fact, he just celebrated his 95th birthday anniversary. So, ladies and gentlemen, the solution to lowering levels of glutathione is ribosine. Ribosine is now regarded worldwide as the most technologically advanced, most powerful, most potent glutathione support system, most potent glutathione enhancer, most potent glutathione inducer intracellularly in the world as of today. And it is only available from Max International, the company established way back in 2007. Help me celebrate this inventor, Albert Nagasawa, professor of medicinal chemistry, professor of pharmacology and therapeutics in Minnesota University. We give him 3 booster, like I always say. So, ladies and gentlemen, ribosine is available in various forms, okay, in various forms of our products. And all of them generally have been approved in various countries in which these products are available. For example, NAFDAC in Nigeria has approved it, FDA in Ghana has approved it, the Poison and Pharmacy Board of Kenya has approved it, okay? And then the main thing, Cameroon has approved it. So this product has been generally approved. And guess what again? Allah is Allah satisfied, meaning that our Muslim brethren can actually take it, okay? And the Banned Substance Control Group also has approved it, meaning that it doesn't control, even though these products generally actually give so much energy when you use it, so much ATP. Nevertheless, it doesn't contain any bad substance. So athletes can actually use any of our products. It is amazing. So I quickly briefly talk about before I round up on a couple of the products. Celgevity. Celgevity is the most advanced intracellular glutathione support system in the world. So if you want to raise your glutathione level, please go after Celgevity with all your strength, with all your vigor. And Celgevity contains not just ribosine, other 12 synergistic agents, all the way from halo to resveratrol to cordyceps. It is amazing. You see, these scientists are very smart. Rather than having a bottle each containing halo separately, resveratrol separately, broccoli separately, turmeric separately, tisu separately, quercetin, vitamin C separately, all these substances, 12 of them, have been added to support ribosine, and therefore supporting the entry of ribosine inside the cell, and of course, dissociation of ribosine into ribose and cysteine, and then they're also supporting the manufacture of glutathione in your body. Every agent you are seeing on your screen now has three essential properties, very powerful antioxidants, very powerful anti-inflammatory agents. It is amazing. It is amazing. And some of them have been documented in literature to be anti-cancer. It is awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, the next product I'm going to talk about is known as Max ATP. Max ATP, I call it energy when you need it. Everything that the body needs to make ATP from, of course, ATP is the currency of energy in the body. Everything that the body needs from which to make ATP in your body has been packaged into this sachet. And all you need to do, pour it in the water, and then you drink it. It replenishes energy as when you need it. You need this energy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not an energy drink. Unlike energy drink that takes you up and then brings you down, and energy drinks anyway have been found to be that energy drinks can actually be dangerous, okay, to your health, in terms especially to your major organs, the liver, okay, the brain and the heart. This takes you slowly up and then maintains you there. So energy in the boardroom, energy in the bedroom, energy in the street, it is awesome. This is one thing you need to have with you all the time. Max Infuse. Max Infuse contains nutrients that you would otherwise have gotten by food that would have given you 20,000 calories. Imagine you eat because you want nutrients. You are not taking food that will give you 20,000 calories. All those you will find there. And this only contains 10 calories. Is awesome. So when do you want to use this? For people, for example, who are bedridden, who cannot move about, who have been hospitalized, or for those of us like me who have no time to eat food, good food at all. So we move around a lot. You know, the prescription is 7 servings of vegetables and fruits every day. I don't have that time to eat 7 servings of vegetables and fruits every day. So what do? I take Max Infuse on a daily basis. It's awesome. And then for people who also want to reduce weight as well, so that they are not taking so much of food because they want nutrients, they can be taking Infuse. Meta Switch is awesome. As the name implies, metabolic switch. We have found out in recent times that your body contains a switch. That switch, actually, if that switch is on, and it's working perfectly, you know, under normal circumstances, you eat, okay, you eat so much, a little, okay, and you burn that food as well. But unfortunately, if this metabolic switch is off, we call it the AMPK switch. If this switch is off, you eat a little, you are not even likely to burn that little. All what is going to happen is that you will be storing them as energy in form of fat. I'm sure a lot of you on this call would have seen people who have attempted to lose weight. They've gone to the gym almost 3 times in a day, and they are not eating so much, and yet they begin to build up weight. But another thing that is good about this product is that apart from switching on your metabolic switch, it minimizes or reduces to the barest minimum your cravings for things that would actually make you to add weight. The third important thing about this meta switch is that instead of you losing fat and lean muscle, you retain your lean muscle, meaning that you still retain your curves. A lot of ladies will love this. You will love this because when you are losing weight with this, okay, you are managing your weight system with this, you are not going to lose your muscles, your shape, your curve will still be there. Unlike other weight reduction substances that you find that cannot distinguish between lean muscle and fat cells. The next product and the last one I'm going to talk about is known as Max 357. Yes, the best omega oil product on the surface of this planet Earth. What is unique about this? It is so important that These oils, essential oil, they promote good health for your heart, important for your brain functions, in terms of your eyes, in terms of your nerves function, and of course your skin. It is just amazing. But before then, let me tell you two things important about this, why it is different from others. The processing, okay, of this oil actually begin right on the sea. Okay, right on the sea. Unlike other products, when the fishes are harvested, they are first of all transported to the warehouse, from warehouse to the factory where they are processed. The processing of our own product actually starts right on the ship. And this is important. You know why it is important? Because in the process of transporting harvested fishes to the factory, okay, you lose some potency, you lose some nutrients. The second thing important about this product is that our fishes are harvested from one of the most pristine seas in the world as of today. The sea that still remains the way God has created it, and that is the Norwegian Sea. That is where we source our own oil. So ladies and gentlemen, I love you to have this 357. And by the way, I have been taking all these products, funny enough, without exception, every day, and thank God I'm not sick since May year 2015, and I'm not gonna stop. Thank you, and let me hand it over to Turnbull. Turnbull is one teacher I respect so much. He has done so much for Africa, especially. I mean, he was in Ghana, he was in Tanzania, he has been in Nigeria now. As we speak, he's actually in Kenya and so many other countries. So, ladies and gentlemen, Anne is a very sound teacher. He is one of the greatest teachers I've ever seen. He makes everything in a way that people can actually understand. And Turnbull, help me welcome the crown diamond of Africa to you. Thank you, and God bless.
Wow, Prof, thank you so very much. You know, I will tell you that I just love listening to you. I learn something every single time. If I wasn't a presenter on this call with you, I would be here as a guest without any question anytime you're going to speak, because I always learn. You are amazing. I appreciate you so much, and thank you for your incredible presentation. So we will definitely take questions at the end of the call. We'll just take another few minutes and finish up, and then any questions, we'll be able to answer those questions. And, you know, we always say, commit for 90 days, try and see for yourself. And we have testimony after testimony after testimony, because of course you've heard what raising glutathione and the cells can do for your body. And so no matter what issues you have, people will usually find that they have a story to share once they've tried Max products. And if we have anyone on the call who wants to share their own experience, all right, just type me into the chat and I'll unmute you if you have a product experience you want to share on the chat. I hear so many every single day. I heard some fantastic stories yesterday here in the Nairobi office. I heard fantastic stories last week when I was in Tanzania. Just amazing, incredible stories. One lady had ovarian cysts. They were quite large, and fibroids, 12 centimeters, 10 centimeters. She said they were bothering her. She could see them, she could feel them. And after a month on our product, all of the ovarian cysts, the scan could not find them anymore. They were gone. Now she's working on continuing to reduce the fibroids. So that was really, really exciting to hear. And then, you know, yesterday we heard from one of our amazing orthopedic surgeons here in Kenya. He was telling us about his own back pain. He was really struggling to work. He was even considering, did he need an operation, talking to his colleagues. And then he tried Max products, and within a few weeks, his back pain had lessened, and now he's feeling fantastic. He didn't need an operation, and he's really doing well. He told us about his wife's skin that had really improved, and so many other things, his own energy. And so all we would recommend is simply try the products for yourself, and you will have a story to share, definitely. All right, so for me, I've been using these products for 13 years. my 13-year anniversary with Max International is coming up on July 31st. So literally 1 week from today. And I have been using them just like Prof. I use them all. I start with my day with Celgevity and Max 357. I just finished an ATP because I've already had a long day. I've already done a big presentation today, which was fantastic. And I've just traveled. So I just finished my ATP. I use my Enfuse. And I'm using Switch as well. So I love our products. I would never stop using them. When I do stop using them, if I have to travel for a couple of days and somehow it's in my luggage and I'm not able to, if I'm on a 2-day journey, I notice the difference. I really notice the difference. So you will love them if you give them a try. And now let's turn to the other side of the presentation. You know, Prof said there were 2 things that we need to really make a significant change in our own lives and in the lives of others. And the first is our health. And we've talked to you about health. And I think that you can see that we really have something that is actually solving a lot of problems in health today. And when you have something that can solve problems in the world, you also have the opportunity to make money. And here at Max International, you can decide. You can earn a little bit of money, maybe just enough to pay for your products. You could maybe do this as a side business on the side of what you're doing and earn a good income. Or if you have a big vision, you can make this something very, very big. And it's up to you, but you can do any of those if you choose. Now, if you take a look at these logos here on the screen, you see companies like Uber, Airbnb, Expedia, Alibaba. What do they have in common? Just type into the chat. What do they have in common? So just type into the chat. What do companies like this, companies like Amazon, what do they have in common? So just type your thinking into the chat. And really, you know, they have a few things in common. They're definitely all successful companies. They're all successful companies of today. And yes, you're right. They all have internet in common and networking. And so think of a company like Uber. Uber doesn't own the cars. Uber connects people who have cars to give rides with people who need the rides. So you think about Amazon. Amazon does not make the products and services that it sells. It connects people who are looking for those products and services with the sellers of those products and services. And that really is what the plug and play economy of today is all about, right? Plugging into a system, connecting interested parties, sellers and buyers, and then creating that value and getting paid for it. And that's exactly what we do at Max International. We do not make the products. Max International makes the products. Prof and I do not work for Max. We are independent associates. We are partnered with the company, but we are not the company. So Max International makes the products, they set the prices, they open the offices, they pay the commissions. And what we do is we only do 2 things in our business. We share and we teach. So we share the products and the business opportunity with people, just like we're doing with you tonight. You were all invited by someone. We're sharing the products and the business opportunity, and then we teach people who want a business how to be successful. And as you're sharing the products and the business opportunity with people, then some people will want the products and some people will want the products and the business. You connect those people into the company, plug them into the company through you. And when that happens, you will earn a commission for their purchases. And as you continue to share what we have, the products and the business opportunity with people, and more people are connecting into the company through you. They're buying their products every month. You're teaching those that want a business how to do the same thing. And your network or your organization or your team can be growing from maybe 10 to 100 to 1,000 to many thousands. And you will get paid commissions on all of the product purchases in your network. And that can actually come up to $40,000 US every single month. So that's a very significant income if you want to choose to make it a significant income. And like I said, that choice is up to you. Now, what do you have to do to be open for business with Max International? You know, all you have to do is one simple thing. You need to buy your few products every single month. And so all of our products are worth points, and you need to buy 100 points worth of products. That's usually about 1.5 months worth of products, 6 weeks supply of product, whichever products you like and you prefer. So you buy your 100 points, enough for about 1.5 people. Of course, you use some yourself. We're all a product of the product. You have some to show or to share or to sell to others. And then you connect potential customers and business partners into the company through you, and you will get paid on those purchases. Now, as you open for business every single month by buying your products, as long as you have anyone in your network who's purchasing products, you will get paid. But if there's a month where you do not purchase your products, you don't have any points in your business center, then that means that even if you have tens of thousands of people purchasing products in your network, you can't get paid because you didn't tell the company, hello, I'm open for business, I have my 100 points. So that is the contract, if you like, that you have with the company. Now, many people will choose to have those points simply by having customers who are buying their products as well. So that part is very, very simple. And as you start to share more and more the products and the business opportunity with people, you teach those people how to be successful if they want to build a business, you will see that you start to rise up the ranks with Max International. You can become a senior associate earning up to $200 every month, bronze earning between $200 and $500 every month, silver earning up to $1,500, all the way up to crown diamond earning up to $40,000 US every single month. And if you look at this page right here, I hope you can all see it. Where would you want to see yourself in 3 years' time from now? Let's assume you're starting in the business. Where would you want to see yourself in 3 years' time from now? Maybe it's gold earning between $1,500 and $3,000 a month, platinum earning up to $6,000 a month, diamond earning up to $15,000 a month. Maybe it's even crown diamond. So where do you want to see yourself in 3 years' time from now? Type that into the chat. Where do you see yourself in 3 years' time from now? Assuming you were starting in the Max business, you were learning what to do, and you were in action every single day. Wonderful. So I see diamond. Great, great. So type into the chat where you'd love to be in 3 years' time from now. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Wow, lots of diamonds, double diamonds, diamond. Amazing, amazing. Platinum, crown diamond, fantastic. Crown diamond, diamond, amazing. It's very, very fantastic. Now, I want you to picture a time, maybe it's 3 years from now. Remember, I said we do two things in this business. We share and we teach. So we share the products and the business opportunity with people, and we teach those who want a business how to be successful. As you're teaching people how to be successful, the company will be rewarding you for their success. So as your team members start to rise up the ranks, and maybe they're achieving their own level of diamond or double diamond or crown diamond, whatever level they're achieving, you will be paid a percentage of their income. So let's say you'd registered 300 people, and it's 3 years from now, and maybe 5 of them are now diamonds with Max International, earning $10,000 US every single month. Because you're the one who introduced them, you're the one who's taught them what to do, you've mentored them, you've coached them, the company will now be paying you up to 50% of whatever your personally enrolled associates are making. So if they're earning 10,000 and you have 5 of them as diamonds earning $10,000 a month, it's up to $5,000, $5,000, $5,000, $5,000, $5,000 to you, plus your own income, and it will continue to grow from there. So whatever your people are earning, whether it's $10, $100, $1,000, $10,000, you can be earning a percentage of whatever they're earning. And as you rise up the ranks, you will not only be earning a percentage of those you have personally introduced, but on the people they have introduced and they have introduced, and so on. So this is really an unlimited compensation plan. And now I think you can see why I said those who have a big vision for what they want to achieve really can achieve just about anything that they wish. And You know, as you start in the business, one of the things that Professor Osinubi said at the beginning of our presentation is that the personal development and growth is really, really important. We provide a lot of training. We have amazing tools. We have amazing training. So you'll never be on your own. You'll always have a team supporting you. We have offices. We've just opened an office in Cameroon. We've just opened our office in Nairobi. It's not even fully open yet. We've just opened an associate's office, not an official office, but an associate's office in Tanzania. We have many offices in Ghana, in Nigeria, and other countries around the world. And you also have your virtual office. So you have an online business center where you can manage your entire business from wherever you are in the world, which is really, really fantastic. And as you have seen, we have a lot of professionals with different backgrounds, whether business people, entrepreneurs, doctors, professors, lawyers, bankers, students, it doesn't matter. We have a large diversity of backgrounds, and when we come together, it's really quite magical. And our trainings are amazing, mentorship is there, and the incentive trips are really, really incredible. If you haven't seen it, make sure you ask the person who invited you to this call to send you the recent recap video from Ireland. Many of us just got back from Ireland a few weeks ago, and it really was one of the most magical trips I have ever been on in my life. And I've traveled a lot, but staying in castles, having incredible medieval nights in a cathedral, just amazing. So watch that video because it will give you a taste of what could be in store for you as you build your Max business. How do you get started? Well, you get started with your product package. Remember, I said that you must buy your products in order to be open for business. And those products will cost you anywhere between $150, depending on the market that you're in and the country that you're in and the products that you want, up to $1,000 or more. So for example, here in Kenya, you can start with as low as 12,999 Kenya shillings. In Nigeria, you can start with as low as 45,000 Naira. In Tanzania, you can start with as low as 340,000 Tanzania shillings. And in other parts of the world, you can start with a variety of packages, all right? We actually have in many markets right now an incredible promotion with free products. And so make sure you ask the person who invited you if there's a promotion you can take advantage of right now, because it's only going to last another few days and it's really quite exciting. And I think we would all agree that wherever we are today is as a result of decisions we've made in the past. Wherever you're going to be tomorrow is a result of decisions that you will be making today. Now, I always like to say that you are where you're meant to be 100% of the time. And if you're on this call tonight, it's because you were meant to hear this information. You were meant to be here, either to hear the information for you or to hear the information for somebody close to you. And for me, hearing this information and making the decision to get started with Max International almost 13 years ago has been the very best decision of my life. I've been living in Africa now for 8 years. I'm just overjoyed at the impact that I get to make, at the people I get to meet, at the legacy I know I'm leaving behind. You know, I don't have my own children. And so for me, all of the 70,000 plus associates that have passed through my business are like my children, right? And all of the people that I meet are like my children. If I can empower them to have the success they want in their life, if I can change their family's life by sharing incredible products, if I can help them to achieve financial success, it really gladdens my heart. It really, really does. And for me, making this decision to become part of the Max International family has really been the best decision I have ever made in my life. And I truly believe that each one of us deserves to have a healthy and financially sound future. You know, we all deserve that. And I promise you that if you get started with Max International, I believe it will also be the best decision that you will be making, because at the very, very worst, what could happen? You get incredible products that will be a huge benefit for your health. That's the very worst case. But the very best case you'll be like me. You'll be like Professor Abraham. You'll be like so many of us on this call, where Max has changed our lives for the better forever. And we have also changed countless, countless, countless lives. Professor Osinubi has contributed so much to the world with his research on ribosine, with his passionate speaking, with his teachings, his medical symposiums. He really has made such a great difference for so many people. And I know that he's as proud of that as I am for what I've done. And I believe that all of you will have that great feeling, even if it's just impacting a single family. You'll feel great about the choice that you've made. So if you've heard enough to make a decision, just get back to the person who invited you and let them know you're ready to get started. Ask any questions that you need to ask to be sure, but just get started. We're waiting for you, and people are waiting for you to share what we have. So with that, that is the end of our formal presentation. I know that many of you may have some questions for me or for Professor Osinubi. So we will open up the floor for questions for a few minutes. If anyone has a question, you can go ahead and you can type that into the chat. If you have a question, you can type it into the chat and we will go ahead and answer that question. I had a question today. Oh gosh, I just lost Prof. I know he'll be back in a moment. So if you've got a question, just type it into the chat and I'm going to take the questions for Prof. I'm sure he'll be back in just a moment. He must have had an internet blip. Great, great. I'm so happy that you are here. You're here on the call tonight. It's been really great to have you all. Fantastic. Great, great, great. So happy to have you. So hopefully Prof will be back with us. Dr. Uzo, so great to have you on the call. So nice to have you. Amazing, amazing. Great to have you all here. Okay, I see Prof is just rejoining us. I had a question for him that I got today, and I would love to hear his answer because I know I've heard it before, but I want to record it this time so that I have it. So Prof, let us know when you're back. All right, you're muted right now. Can you hear us all right? You can unmute yourself. Yes. Fantastic. Okay, great, great. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question and then we'll take any other questions. So one of the questions I get sometimes, and I got it today actually, was a question about, some people have heard about glutathione, or maybe they've seen it in the market somewhere with regards to skin lightening or skin whitening. So can you tell us, I always tell people, no, that's not what glutathione is meant to do when you're producing it inside your body, but can you tell us a little bit about how you would respond to that question?
Thank you, Han. First, thank you for that wonderful presentation. You see, to start with, glutathione is made naturally in every cell of the human body. And our product does not actually contain glutathione. So we need to get that straight. However, when our products get inside your body cells can make glutathione because we are only providing what your body needs from which to manufacture natural glutathione. However, we now know that in the process of manufacturing melanin, by the way, melanin pigment is what gives the dark coloration to the skin. And melanin is synthesized by cells we know as melanocytes. And the synthesis actually is a very, very complex process. However, let me simplify it. So melanin is synthesized largely from an amino acid known as tyrosine. So there is this enzyme known as tyrosinase. Tyrosinase converts tyrosinase converts tyrosine through dopaquinone to eventually form melanin. When you use high dose of synthetic glutathione, it depresses or suppresses that enzyme known as tyrosinase, so that tyrosine is inhibited from being converted to dopa and dopaquinone. And of course, once you are not having enough dopa, you are not having enough dopaquinone, you are not going to have enough melanin. And that is the genesis of skin lightening or skin whitening. However, we have not found natural glutathione to do that. And we can reason that out clearly. If natural glutathione makes people light or white, then the whole universe should be light in complexion. Of course, you and I know that the whole universe is not light in complexion. It means that basically what makes people light is actually the synthetic one manufactured in the lab. So again, to make it very clear and simplify it, the black pigment in the body is made from tyrosine through the enzyme known as tyrosinase. So what artificial glutathione does is to prevent the enzyme that is converting tyrosinase to the black pigment by suppressing it. Like I said, natural glutathione has not been found to do that. So what you only find with natural glutathione, the one synthesized by your body, is that it prevents the oxidation of your amino acids that is within the skin. Okay, it prevents the oxidation and therefore makes your skin to glow and makes your skin to have elasticity, because without those proteins in your skin will lose turgor. It will also lose elasticity. Then it will be wrinkled. So what glutathione does is to ensure that that oxidation does not take place. So that is in a nutshell how glutathione, the synthetic one, actually makes people to be very light or to make them to be white. Of course, like I said, for emphasis, natural glutathione has not been found to do that. And that is why our product is not going to make you white or light, because it does not contain artificial glutathione. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much, Prof. Okay, we have some questions coming in. So 2 questions. One is, can a pregnant woman use the product? And next is, are there any side effects?
Okay, thank you. We do not recommend any of our products for pregnant women and nursing mothers. Not because we have found any of them to be dangerous, but because we don't have any data to support that. And that if at all it must be used, then your doctor must prescribe it. Your doctor must know about it. But we don't prescribe it we don't recommend it for pregnant women and nursing mothers. As of today, the only data I have within my reach is the study I did in the laboratory with animals. And of course, we cannot extrapolate that to women yet. So let us avoid using it on pregnant women and nursing mothers, except if your doctor feels otherwise. Thank you.
Good. Okay. And side effects was the other question.
Yes, there is no known side effect. Take it for example, Cellgevity is taken 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. No known side effect, because it doesn't. Our product is, like I said again, repeating for emphasis again, does not contain artificial glutathione. It allows your body to make natural glutathione. The only thing you may have for some people, theoretically now, I'm talking theoretically, some people may react to certain ingredients within Cellgevity, for example. Maybe people naturally react to mushroom, because cordyceps is a form of mushroom. It's gotten from mushroom. And so people who react to mushroom may have some reaction to cordyceps. And in that case, we have an alternative, and that is pure ribosine that we find in Max 1. Max 1 does not contain those 12 synergistic agents that I mentioned with Cellgevity. So if you have somebody who is likely to react to mushroom, they don't use Cellgevity. Instead, use Max 1 for that person. And again, for some people, because of detoxification processes, they may have some lightheadedness at the beginning. What I have done in a time past is to reduce the dose and tell them to take a lot of water or a lot of fluids. And over time, they get over the lightheadedness. That's all. Otherwise, no known side effects. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Now, since you're speaking about Max 1, we had a question about can a child below the age of 15 years with autism take Celgevity? Oh,
good. To start with, 15 years, medically, we take 15 years as adult to start with. Okay. But even then, in autistic disorders or autistic disorder spectrum in children, we can actually use Max 1. Max 1 contains just ribosine. In sickle cell disease, for example, I have used Max 1 in children because let me tell you the basis for that. Autism, and you can Google as I speak, autism has been found to be associated clearly, associated with low level of glutathione. It has been found. The same thing with sickle cell disorder. It has been found that when you expose red blood cells of sickle cell patients to some good levels of glutathione, rather than these red cells dying at about, or get worn out at about the age of day 5, day 10, they can be prolonged to as long as day 40, day 60. The average lifespan of red blood cell is 120 days. But in sickle cell, they may not last up to 20 days. But when you expose them to good levels of glutathione, it has been documented in literature that you extend the lifespan of the red blood cells in sickle cell patients with sickle cell. It is amazing. You just try it. With the same thing with autistic disorders, it has been associated with low level of glutathione. So Celgevity, or if you are talking about 15 years old, but if you are talking about maybe 10, 5, then Max 1 will be a better option than Celgevity. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Okay, a question. How many bottles of Celgevity can guarantee enough glutathione?
Thank you. This is a very good question. You see, glutathione is a low molecular weight, about 300. That's the low molecular weight. Secondly, the half-life of glutathione is never more than 11 minutes in the human body. Do you know the implication of that? It means that the body keeps on synthesizing glutathione every day. So to simplify it, maybe every 20 minutes, your glutathione must be synthesized so that you have a normal level of glutathione in your system. What that means is that if, God forbid, if your glutathione falls low to about a very dangerously low level, okay, for you to recover from it may take time if you are not supplementing it with adequate. And that is why I said that it is not practicable even to use injectables of glutathione, because immediately you put it, within the next 20 minutes, it has gone down. So you need to be repeating it. So glutathione is synthesized every second, every minute in your body. You need it to survive. You need it for your cells to work effectively and efficiently. You cannot do without it. It is like you asking me now, for how many minutes does it take for you that you can do without oxygen? You know, it's almost impossible for you to spend 10 minutes without oxygen. You are dead. Okay, if you are not dead, the brain is gone already. You know, that person becomes a vegetable. So you keep on using it. That is, thank God for Professor Abat Nagasawa, who invented ribosine. I don't know what the world would have been talking about today. Thank you.
Great. And you know, a lot of people wonder, how long are you supposed to be taking Celgevity for? So we always say commit for 90 days, try and see, because some people are going to notice a difference in a few days, some in a few weeks, some in a few months. So if your question is, when will you start noticing the effects? Yes, the product is already working, but you may feel the difference. It could be a few days, could be a few weeks, could be a few months. So we say at least commit for 90 days, try and see. Now, if you're worried about cost, for example, you can always, once you're feeling great, you can always try and reduce to maintain your glutathione levels. Instead of taking 2 capsules morning and evening, try yourself at 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, if you want to try that and see how you're feeling. Even try 1 a day is better than none. But for me, and I know for Prof, we will take our products for the rest of our days. And that's really a decision that you have to make. Nothing bad will happen if you stop taking them, but your glutathione levels will not probably stay at the same levels. Okay, thank you so much, Prof. All right, now someone is asking about expiry dates. How long after an expiry date can you use Max products, which I imagine would be the same for any kind of a supplement, and you probably have experience with that?
Why do you want to use drug that has expired? I will not recommend you to use a product that has expired. Please don't let, by the way, the shelf life of most of our products is about 2 years. And the simple reason why you have 2 years is because they do not contain artificials. Simple. They do not contain preservatives. That is why they have short lifespan. So I will not advise you, no doctor, as a matter of fact, will ever advise you to use products that have expired. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And I know even for me, I've had products that I found in maybe one of my homes that I forgot I left there. And I would use them, but I know that they're probably not as effective as they would have been had they been within their proper shelf life. So you have 2 years to use them. So, you know, but you definitely can't sell them to anyone, and just be mindful. Okay, now someone is asking about a nerve issue on the leg, which makes it difficult to walk properly. Can Cellgevity help with nerve issues?
Yes, thank you. One of the problems we have with nerve generally, and I will tell you the basis for that, the major challenges we have with brain, nerves generally, and there are two major things, two major conditions to be fulfilled when you want damage by free radicals. Number one, where you have a lot of fats that we call polyunsaturated fatty acids, okay? The nerves have them a lot because you have billions of synapses and connections, and nerves in the brain generally. And so you have one fulfilled. The other thing that must be fulfilled is presence of oxygen. The brain is just about 2% of the body, but it's taking about 20% of oxygen of the body. So you have a lot of oxygen to the brain, you have polyunsaturated fatty acid, you have all the things necessary for damage to be done by free radicals. And that is the simple reason, the logic behind it, that look, when you use Cellgevity provides your cells, including nerves, with glutathione to mop up the free radicals, and invariably will actually prevent or minimize chronic inflammatory process. And like I said, virtually every chronic ailment, including neurodegenerative conditions of the brain or any other part of the body, has been associated with chronic inflammation. There's no doubt it's going to help. And then let me also tell you that what we have found out, and you can Google as I speak, Alzheimer, Parkinson's disease, these conditions have been found out that even before we notice physical manifestation, one thing that we find that is low level of glutathione predating or irradiating the coming of physical symptoms. So even before we see presentations physically in the clinic, the patient, if you test the blood of such patients, they're likely to have low level of glutathione, not only in the blood, but in the cells. So it will definitely help. There's no doubt about that. Thank you.
Great, great. And then we had a question about people with prostate issues and diabetes, particularly as they're older. This particular question was about an 80-year-old, but in general, prostate and diabetes, I know you've had a lot of experience with that yourself, so maybe you can share some light on that.
Yes, thank you. Let me also tell you that we are not promoting any of our products as a cure for diabetes, for cancer, for hypertension. You know, I laugh when I go online. I see a lot of companies promoting their product as a cure for this. We are highly ethical in our approach in Max International. We are not, and we are, secondly, we are not promoting it as a product that is replacing your doctor. You also need to see your doctor. But let me also tell you that one of the first experiment I did with ribosine is actually on diabetics. We found amazing things, amazing things. There is no doubt about that. I can tell you straight away that exposing or taking Selgevity will not only improve insulin sensitivity, it will grossly and drastically reduce the complications from diabetes and any other chronic inflammatory process for that matter. So it's not just about diabetes alone. So again, I don't want to go into so many pharmacological, but to tell you that it is almost impossible from my own research. It is almost, and you can quote me, impossible for anybody with diabetes to actually have good levels of glutathione. It is almost impossible because of the processes that are involved, that are too medical for me to say in a general forum like this. So that what that means is that you will be helping people who have diabetes, who have hypertension, by giving them the #1 intracellular glutathione support system in the world, and that is Selgevity. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Prof. Okay, someone is asking about why do people find they sleep better at night when their glutathione levels are raised?
Okay, thank you. Well, there is no way I'm going to explain this without going a little bit medical. You see, when glutathione, by the way, one of the things glutathione does in the body is to actually recycle itself and recycle other antioxidants, vitamin C, vitamin E. When they become, when they scavenge free radicals, they become free radicals. Unlike glutathione, when it is oxidized, it doesn't become a free radical. 2 molecules of oxidized glutathione will come together to form what we call GSSG, that is oxidized glutathione. We have now found out that oxidized glutathione actually promotes sleep. So that this is very funny. It means that both oxidized glutathione and reduced glutathione are important in the human body, unlike other antioxidants. And that is why you must just have it. And that is the reason why it actually promotes sleep. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I think we're almost at the end of our questions. I know we've taken up a little bit of time. Really, if you have questions, just know, just like what Prof just said, almost every single health challenge is associated with low glutathione. So when you can raise glutathione, then good things will happen. And all we ever say is commit for 90 days, try and see. Okay, so I think we've really come to the end of our questions. Thank you, Eric Shu, for helping us with some of the questions in the chat. That's fantastic. Great. All right, so Prof, thank you so very much for your amazing talk tonight, for answering all of the questions that you did, for giving us so many incredible explanations. We're going to have this as a recorded call. If someone would like to share it or listen to it again, you're welcome to do that. And remember to get back to the person that invited you to this call. Let them know you're excited. If you have any extra questions, you can ask them about your questions and just get started. We have promotions going on right now in many markets just for another few days, and it's time to get started and make a difference in your own life and in the lives of others. So thank you once again for being part of the call tonight.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a fantastic.
Bye.
Oh, okay, hold on 1 second, Prof. Sorry, Sister Agnes, I'm sorry, I missed that one. Sister Agnes asked about kidney replacement. I think it was kidney replacement. If someone's had a replacement organ, can they use Max products?
Yes, this is, you see, what I found out in practice is that if somebody has had a kidney transplant, otherwise known as the kidney replacement, it is not easy something to do, because most doctors, most nephrologists will tell you that you should take only what they have prescribed. That's what I found out in practice. However, theoretically, the raising glutathione level actually helps the kidney to function better. So, and you will agree with me that once your nephrologist says no, or your urologist says no, then I'm sure you wouldn't want to take it. So it depends, except your nephrologist or your urologist actually approve you to take it, then we do not prescribe it. However, let me also tell you that it has been well documented in literature that the raising glutathione level helps the kidney to function better than when you don't have low levels of glutathione. And the reason is very simple. There are between 1 to 1.4 million of nephrons in each of the kidneys of the body. These are contain a lot of cells, and you have a lot of oxygen going there. So you have all the substrates again for free radicals to do their damage. So again, I will emphasize more when you talk in terms of kidney that has been replaced. I will talk in terms of let us try to be on the preventive side and on the side of caution when there is a replacement of the kidney already. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I know in working with nephrologists as well, you know, if the kidney transplant has happened a long time ago and the person is very, very stable, everything is great, that's very different than if it's just happened and if the doctor is still trying to stabilize. So you have to be very, very careful if they're still in the just post surgery and they're still stabilizing and they don't want to reject the new organs. So just work with your doctor. Always work with your doctor if you have any health questions. Another thing I'm noticing in the chat right now, it's very, very important that we never speak about our products as curing or treating or reversing. We don't do that, okay? The only thing our products do is raise glutathione in the cells. And when that happens, great things can happen. So just give it a try for 90 days and see for yourself. If anyone has any kind of health issue, try and see. And I promise you, you will have so many testimonies of your own and so many grateful people who will thank you for introducing these products. All right, I think that all right, so all of you who are still asking, just try the products and see, okay? Talk to the person who invited you to the call. And if you've got any questions, you can message one of us, all right? Or they can message one of us, but just try the products and see. Every single health challenge is going to be helped when you raise glutathione in the cells. So try and see for yourself and you will be very happy, I'm very sure. All right, so on that, we are definitely closing the call right now. Thank you so much once again, Prof. Thank you everyone for being on the call. We really, really appreciate you. Have an awesome night. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.